It's Monte Carlo with history, glamour, and a uniquely tight and claustrophobic challenge. One that over the course of a lap sees us tour an entire country. Welcome along to the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco, then, is not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo. And although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and Yuki Tsunoda completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Hamilton, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Leclerc, Russell, Verstappen, Albon, and Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Hadjar, Liam Lawson, and Sainz, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Jack Doohan and Gabriel Bortoleto. Ocon and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Okay, mate, radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Now use DRS. DRS now available. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
Thanks, everyone.
And an award-winning day for Oscar Piastri as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. They give out trophies for the winners. Today, they're Oscars. Your winner today, Oscar Piastri. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.